alaikum, peace be upon you. Welcome to the Unity Center. My name is Dima Al Gamal. I'm an Interfaith committee member. What's your name?
Maria.
Welcome to the journey. Let's start. This is Patrick and Arif.
Hi, assalamu alaikum, Maria. Nice to meet you.
What are the fundamentals of Islam?
The fundamentals of Islam. Well, Islam is built upon 5 pillars. The first of which is called the testification of faith, the Shahada. And it states that you believe that there is no God worthy of worship except God, one God, and that the Prophet Muhammad is his messenger.
Is Islam a new religion?
Muslims believe that from the time of Adam and Eve all the way up to the present, and continuing through a line of prophets and revealed scriptures, that Islam came as a completion of that chain of revelation. So you have prophets like Noah and Abraham, prophets like Moses and Jesus, all of whom had their own books and scriptures, and Islam came as a completion of that unbroken chain.
What does the rock behind you mean?
Oh, that's a great question. Arib, maybe you can read it for us.
Say, we have believed in God and what was revealed to us and what was revealed to Abraham, Ismail, Isaac, Jacob, and the descendants. And then what was given to Moses and Jesus and to the prophets from their Lord. We make no distinction between any of them, and we are Muslims submitting to him.
This is a quote from the Quran, from the chapter Al-Imran, verse 84. And it testifies to the fact that Muslims believe that throughout time, prophets and messengers have come, and that just as they have come to give guidance, the Prophet Muhammad, who we consider the final messenger, came with the Quran.
Who are Muslims?
Muslims represent every race and nationality across the world.
Did you know that not all Muslims are Arabs? Only 15% of the world's Muslims are Arabs.
Here at the Unity Center, you'll find people with origins in the Arab world, from East Asia, from Africa, all over the world.
Hi, what are you doing?
We're just setting up decorations for Eid.
What's Eid?
Eid is the Arabic translation for a holiday, and Muslims celebrate 2 holidays, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha.
Eid al-Fitr is also means the festival of fast breaking, which commemorates the end of the month of Ramadan, which is the 9th Muslim month in the lunar calendar. Muslims worldwide fulfill their 3rd pillar of Islam by fasting during this month and abstaining from drinking and eating from dawn to sunset. The second holiday is called Eid al-Adha, which means festival of sacrifice. And Muslims believe that this is a celebration of when the Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, saw in a dream where Allah, which means God in Arabic, came to him in a message as an act of obedience for him to sacrifice his son Ishmael. As the prophet went to sacrifice his son, God sends him a lamb instead. Therefore, Muslims traditionally sacrifice lambs during this time, and they share all of the meat with others.
How do Muslims celebrate Eid?
They celebrate Eid by gathering at the local mosque for special congregational prayers and services. They give charity to those that are in need, and they also gather with family and friends and celebrate with good food, fun, new clothes, and plenty of gifts.
What do you say to a Muslim during Eid?
We say Eid Mubarak, which means a blessed holiday during both Eids.
How many times do Muslims pray each day?
Muslims pray 5 times each day.
There are specific timings where Muslims come together or pray at home, different locations, pray their prayer in different timings. When you see a Muslim pray, you will most likely see them going through different motions. You'll see them standing up, you'll see them bowing down, you'll see them then prostrating. This is the greatest way of showing one's submission to God.
Do Muslims only pray in the mosque?
The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, answered that question. He says, peace be upon him, that the earth was made as a place of prostration, which is sujood, place of prayer, and also purification. So for a Muslim, he or she are able to pray anywhere, any place, The moment the time comes in for prayer, they are asked to pray.
This is why some students prefer to pray in a quiet place in school.
Do men and women pray in the same place in the mosque?
The answer is that women are given the option. In the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him, women and men prayed in the same prayer hall. So it is permissible Islamically for men and women to pray in the same prayer hall.
So I'm standing on a mosaic that represents the Muslim Unity Center's diversity and inclusion. It is a piece of art that comes from Spain. It is a reflection of how the Unity Center welcomes people from all ethnicities and backgrounds. The colors here reflects the ethnicities, and how it's connected together reflects the welcoming and inclusion within the Muslim Unity Center.
Can you tell me about what Islam has contributed to civilization?
That's a brilliant question. Whilst Europe was going through its dark ages, the Muslim civilization was experiencing a spread where the Muslims spread from Spain all the way to China. And this was with the contribution of men and women of many different faiths. And also, as you can see from these 1001 invention posters, that the Muslims contributed to schools, hospitals, the universe, and the Muslim civilization. And this ran from the 8th century all the way to the 16th century. And this was titled the Golden Age for the Muslims.
Hey, I have a question for you.
What?
Do you know what all these things have in common? Algebra, soap, coffee, surgical instruments, and perfume?
No, I don't.
They were all invented by Muslims.
Oh, cool, I didn't know that. Can you tell me about the artwork behind you?
This artwork is called calligraphy. And this is one of the verses of the Quran which reads, Allahu nuru samawati wal ard, that God is the light of the heavens and the earth. Let me show you one more thing. Here we have some of the names of God. And Allah is the universal name of God, and it's not a separate deity. And in the Middle East, both the Muslims and the Christians call upon God by the name of Allah.
Can you explain to me why you're covering your head?
Sure, that's a question I get asked often. Islam teaches modesty for both men and women. The Islamic dress code for women is referred to as hijab. So once a Muslim girl reaches the age of puberty, she will cover her body with loose clothing, only showing her hands and her face. And Muslim women maintain their hijab. They wear hijab in front of men that are outside of their immediate family. And hijab looks different in different parts of the world because it's influenced by culture. So it varies in style and colors. However, the rules of hijab are still maintained. And you'll see some of the moms and the daughters outside. Some of them are wearing hijab, some of them aren't. And there might be some subtle differences in the way that they choose to wear hijab.
What is a woman's role in Islam?
So Islam teaches respect for women regardless of what their role is as mothers, daughters, wives, sisters. The Quran has many verses and through the prophetic teachings that emphasize respect for women and teaches equality of men and women in their deeds and their spirituality. Muslims, both men and women, are taught to seek knowledge, with the first verse of the Quran being the command to read. So you'll see all around the world there's Muslim women that pursue high levels of education and professional careers.
Does Islam support arranged marriage?
No, not at all. In Islam, for a marriage to be valid, both the bride and the groom have to give their consent to the marriage, otherwise it's not valid. So some cultures might practice arranged marriages, but it's not an Islamic practice.
Thanks for answering my questions about women in Islam.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for asking.
Thank you for coming today, Maria, and for visiting the Muslim Unity Center and learning about your Muslim friends and neighbors. And hopefully you can come again and bring your friends and your family.
Thank you for showing me around.
My pleasure. Come again. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.